Whoops, I think I broke the timer right at the end there. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Great Divide. How is everyone this evening? We just finished some Final Fantasy prog that was pretty fun, actually. Lots of good giggles. What have we got knocking about? Luke, I see you! I haven't updated the thing, have I? There we go, that's better. Right. So, there we go. Right, guys, we are going to play some Grandia. And when I left off at the early hours of Wednesday morning, we just got into a little bit of farming. Well, I was showing people grinding methods, really, which is why everyone has really good water magic that they've only just got. So now we're just going to progress, really. There's not many more spells we're going to be able to pick up without an excessive amount of grinding, to be honest, so I don't see much point in it. Hang on a sec, let me say I love you and good night to Alice. Wash, there we go. So yeah, the Dom Ruins is actually a really... I'd say it's one of the more complicated dungeons. And the reason for it is going to become pretty apparent pretty quickly. So, the major issue you're going to have... I've just been ambushed. The major issue you're going to have is that the dungeon's actually split in two halves. And the halves that it's split into are kind of at the opposite sides of the dungeon, so
This'll teach you.
It's a bit of a nightmare to navigate, to be quite honest. Very nice. These Dom Orcs are really useful, so occasionally they drop Holy Maces, and Holy Maces are fantastic for this dungeon, so where possible we do want a Holy Mace, but it kind of comes down to chance if we get one or not.
Alright, we won!
So where possible we don't really want to fight bats. They're not really good for any sort of experience, really.
Oh, wind, blow them away! Pretty easy, right, Huffy?
This is also one of the few dungeons where it's a good idea to just monitor your inventory, because you can pick up a lot of rubbish, and you don't want rubbish.
Oh, wind, blow them away!
Sue, taking farm from the Karens. But if you keep using any magic that you've got that's lower leveled, like Fina's water magic is rubbish. Like keep using it because you can level it up somewhat. It's not the most effective way to do it, but it will work. If you get 2 Dom Orcs, just use them as training dummies for your weapons. So Fina is great. So Justin is involved in every battle of this game. So it's the most obvious reason to just dramatically overpower Justin. Fina is in the second most fights in this game, which is where allowing her to get experience kind of comes in. Sue obviously is not. Ooh, there we go, Shockwave. Perfect. Shockwave, fantastic ability. So the way that Shockwave works is it's an ability that's targeted on an enemy and then it radiates an AoE out of it, and it's ranged too, so Justin can cast it without moving, which is always it's quite a benefit for a lot of skills if you don't have to move. Yeah, so this is the Dom Ruins, and there's like a east and a west side, and you have to cross over and vice versa and stuff like that. It can be a little bit of a nightmare. But there is a Manor Egg somewhere in this dungeon. It should be in the second half, I think. Yeah, Shockwave is great for training weapons for Justin. So just head on straight through here first, and then we can check everywhere. Ghosts are annoying. If you get ghosts and you get a pack of 4, just burn flame. These ones will be a bit more resilient to physical hits.
This'll teach you.
At this point I've got 2 characters that can use burn flame, and they can all use it twice, so in fact I think Fina can use it 3 times. So power seed, +1 strength, give to Justin. So if I remember rightly, I think I'm sure there's a false wall in here somewhere. Yeah, watch, if you
Come on, everyone!
if you try and hit them, you just won't do any damage. In fact, I don't think Justin can even do damage to them. Yeah, Justin can't even hurt them either. So I'm going to try and let them kind of gather up, if I can. We might be able to get this. So I can burn flame this one. Yeah, this should do it, I think. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Fire level up.
Alright, we won!
If you don't get all 4, it's a bit of a waste, and you're going to have to use fire on the spare one. So you really want to make sure that you get all of them. Also, creepy face. This way first, maybe. Okay, this is to the cliff. Yeah, this way first. So this is a blue pill. This is one of the MP restoring items. You can't buy these anywhere, so you really need to keep hold of them. Oh, there's some slimes up here. This is a good opportunity. So he's got fire. Fire away is an attack that hits everybody. And it's really useful for leveling up a weapon points. We don't necessarily want it to, but it has a lot of uses, and we'll use it in some boss battles later. These red slimes. This is the slime gas. I'm gonna let them divide, but I'm gonna kill them fairly quickly. Slime gas. So if any of them are trying to slime gas, like this one is, I'm going to kill them. But generally speaking, I'm going to try and let them divide. Oh, fantastic. Slime gas, that one's going to divide. That one that's dividing is even better because it's on low HP. Oh, excellent. So, Howl might not actually kill them all, and it might only hurt some of them, which would be great, because that means Justin can burn Flame Men. Oh, Crackle, perfect. Slime gas, divide, attack, divide. Right, that's a no for you. Here we go, more divides. So Crackle casts 2 MP and uses both wind and water, and this is one of the best damaging, like MP efficient damaging moves you can get. This thing absolutely wrecks house, and we'll use it on a boss that's coming up soon. Can you get a snooze off maybe? No.
A wind, blow him away! Take that!
Snooze on one target. That was a mistake. Yeah, Crackle is brutal, and thanks to these slimes, we'll have it for the next boss.
Not bad, eh?
It also looks really cool. Crackle looks amazing. Oop, nearly. So yeah, you fight orcs, just pummel them with physical skills, because you're not going to get much experience for magic.
Alright, we won!
Nice. Let me just check if I've got a mace yet. So Interesting. I don't have it. So we can get a better mace in this area. And that better mace is, well, I mean better, but it doesn't have the speed impediment that Justin currently would have. So we want to kill that and that. So if you knock a creature back beyond halfway on the weight con side, sometimes it'll rethink its action, and instead of using one move it'll switch to another. So that was going to use Slime Gas. I knocked it back and then it decided to use Divide instead. It's because the monsters don't actually associate when they're going to choose their action with what they until they hit that midpoint. If we can make this rethink attacking, and it might. Oh, that's going to divide again. Perfect. Ooh, that divided. Excellent. Right. So one of these is going to divide. So I'm just going to defend. Brilliant. That one's going to divide, so we'll just defend, and then I'll just start snoozing. We have a lot of slimes on the field. I don't think it allowed more on.
Come on, everyone! Let's go!
This makes them defenseless as well, which is quite cool. So we'll make Justin finish the fight with Burn Flame. But for now, I'm gonna get a couple of snoozes in because this is a really good pack.
Take that!
Get an opportunity like this, you've got to use it.
Hyah!
Burn Flame on. A bit spread out. Yeah, go that way.
Come on, everyone! Let's go!
So we'll let Fina howl whatever's left really, but I think Burn Flame might get them all. Oh yeah.
All right, we won.
That wasn't too bad. Like, people didn't get loads of points, but they got plenty of points. Enough to make it worthwhile, anyway. What was up here? That's a drop off that we couldn't get over. So, I think we'll use Shockwave here. So it costs 30 SP, it's quite slow, but it's very, very good at what it does. So everything that was relatively weak just got one shot by it. And at 30 SP, you can use it pretty frequently throughout a dungeon. And we got what? 5 hits there? And we got 24 weapon skill for it, which is pretty good. That's interesting. So yeah, we'll just get rid of these as quickly as possible now until we get to save point, because we're a bit low on MP. Between howl and just standard attacks, maybe a bit of fire if they're close enough, you'll get rid of them pretty quick.
Oh, wind, blow them away!
Pretty easy, right, Puppy?
There we go. What have we got here? Holy Mace, perfect. So, if we equip Justin with the Holy Mace, it does 20 attack, which is one more than the Iron Mace, and you don't get the action drawback. But it's also effective on ghosts. And this will make Justin a lot faster. If you want to, you can take away the Hunter's Bow and give Sue an Iron Mace. I'd leave her with a bow for now. And, well, it kind of depends how you want to transfer her points later. Like, with one more mace she gets an ability, so I'll give her a mace for now, but when we get to the boss of this dungeon, I'm going to give her a bow. I'll show you why when we get there, because it's hilarious. You can get more Holy Maces by killing the Dom Orcs. Like, infrequently, they'll drop a Holy Mace.
What a cinch!
Okay, here we are. So this is the cliff, which falls down. So this is kind of the halfway point of Dom Ruins. Make sure you save before it will recover before you save in. So right now you're right next to a save point, so there's no reason not to just abuse skills, because you can just go back to the save point. So
Here goes!
Pretty easy, right, Puppy?
what I should have really done is let them multiply and then just spam snooze. Really, that would have been better than what I did do. Oh, they're gonna run over there. Yeah, so Sue needs to have a bow equipped for fire away, so she can't use it right now. So you'll find this, that some people have skills that they can only use with certain weapons. Justin, I don't think Justin does actually. Maybe with like Lotus cut and stuff like that. Most of his stuff he can use with everyone. Fina has
Alright, we won!
whip and dagger skills that can only be used with one or the other. Okay, let's go the other way first. That's probably the way we're supposed to go. Oh. Alright, so this drop-off point here, this would take me close to escape. So this is something you'll notice about Grandia, some of the dungeons kind of loop round like this. So if I drop off this ledge, I can exit the Dom Ruins really quickly. So, if for whatever reason I want to just like GTFO, you know, after coming halfway, you can do so there really. So if you stand on this switch, these heads come over it. So we probably need to go upstairs in the lift, and that'll probably let us do the other side. So we've got an exit there, and that's it. Money. Yeah, so there's another button here. Stand on that one. And now we're at part 2, Dom Ruins. So I know there's a Manor Egg in here somewhere. I just need to figure out where. So Justin has that holy mace now, so we can take care of the spirits without casting spells, which is quite nice. It's very effective, nice. Ooh, that was a bit.
All right, we won.
There might be a secret passage that way. Just gonna check what's over here. So this is the cliff. Yeah, so this is where we would have come in if the bridge hadn't have collapsed. Let's see if we can't get another hole in this. I really love this bit of the story because it kind of goes a bit wild. Ooh, Round Whacker. Round Whacker is essentially a copy of Justin's Shockwave. I mean, it makes sense. She's a 10-year-old girl that follows him everywhere, so she's copied some of his skills. Hers is like a colour swap of it. To be honest, Fire Away is more useful because it's got a bigger AoE. But more often than not, we're going to use her with ranged weapons anyway because it makes leveling somebody else up later in the story a bit easier.
We won!
I love the music in this game, it's so cheerful. So there's the Manor Egg that we want. So our people have really full items. Let's chill what we do. 3 level 1 MP, fuse poisoning, antidotes, ginseng. Yeah, we can probably make do. We've got the important bits anyway. There should be some shell armour in this place that we want. But it's kind of hit and miss if I find it or not. I can't remember where it is.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
But yeah, there's always the save point. Well, generally speaking, there's a save point before any boss. So when you're fighting trash mobs, if you just want to get rid of it quickly and get a lot of points, you know, like chuck burn flame in there, for example, just do it. You're rarely going to end up in trouble. There's 3 dungeons later on, I think, where you might get in trouble if you just cast willy-nilly. Generally speaking, in story dungeons, you can do just about whatever you want. I think that shoves us out. If you fall down this way, I think it shoves us out where you saw like a hole in the wall a little bit ago. Oh, there we go. So, don't fall in there. We can get a burn flame off just in here.
Burn out! What a cinch!
Oh, maybe you do have to go down here. I don't think you did. No. Where's the... We want to go in there, you see. There must be a trigger for it somewhere. It might be it might be further through here, because there was another floor, another doorway we could go through. No. So this is fun. If you want to have fun, you can you can drag all the dumb orcs over there and just like throw them in the hole. We're not going to get a first divide, so we'll just blast them.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
Pretty easy, right, Puppy?
Oh wow. I don't think we should have really got an issue there, but I'll take it.
This'll teach you.
massive wind level. Well, to be fair, we can probably just attack him down from here. I'm just trying to keep all of the burn flame, just in case I get ganked by these next set of slimes.
Pretty easy, right, Puffy?
So, the slimes are really good and relatively safe for farming, because a lot of the time you're going to put them to sleep with snooze. But if you're not, and they all get a first turn, and they choose to divide slime gas you, that can get really, really bad very quickly.
Oh, flame, burn him!
So slime gas gives you, is it -1 or -2 defense points? I say points, ranks.
Pretty easy.
So buffs work really weird in this game. I don't really know how to describe them in a mechanical sense. But essentially, you have ranks of buff and debuff. It's like you can have defense +5, rank 1 through 5. And you can also have a -1 through 5. What on earth? Why can't I fight them? Oh, they're like higher than me. That's kind of funky. Here we go, yeah. Ooh, the magic lamp. So that gives you 2 MP all levels. And it's one of a few breakable objects you can find. And so the way that breakable objects work is there's a chance. So if anybody's played like Final Fantasy V where people break rods to do damage, it's a similar effect to that where you use an item to cast, and said item, instead of just breaking outright, has a chance to break, so they're lesser stuff. Like 2 MP is not a lot, but you might use it once and it'll smash, or you might use it 100 times and it'll break. So we didn't actually get. What did we? I did pull that, but it didn't really do anything, did it? So these are steps. Go down here. This takes us to the cliff. Which is money. So we're coming towards the end of this dungeon now.
Here goes!
Ooh, nice enough.
What a cinch!
And it's kind of like I was saying in the previous session, where enemies give you scaling amounts of experience. So I've managed to kill a lot of things in here. So I'm not getting anywhere near as much experience out of them as I should do. Well, as I'd like to. So at this point in the game, this is where you want to move on to a new area, basically. Ooh, another one. Okay. So there's a really low HP divide going off here. 2 in fact. So I'm going to let these go off. don't think Justin has a lot. I don't think we've got Burn Flame. Oh, we do. Yes, we use Burn Flame.
Burnout!
Nice.
Alright, we won!
Yeah, so you've just got to always kind of keep your eye out for... Okay, so this will return us back to where we came. But there's not a great lot we can really do to sort of mitigate this. I'll drop back down and head back round, because it won't take too long. I want to see if that... I want to see if that place is opened up. Oops. This is a good thing about Grandia, because the enemies haven't respawned. I don't really have to worry too much about running into, you know, like another encounter. Things down here. Can't remember how to get that. Oh well. The shell armor's pretty good, but it's not that good. It's not worth, like, spending too much time on. Here we go. So, this is where the boss encounter will be. What I'm going to do is... nobody is going to die in this encounter. So I'm going to stash all my resu potions to free up some inventory space. I'm also going to get rid of stuff like the Wind Charm, Hero Badge, that sort of stuff. And we'll probably take it back out later on to sell it, though. So, Resu Potion, Resu Potion, Resu Potion, Resu Potion. I'm going to put the Magic Lamp, because we're not really going to use that whole great deal. And that's freed up a couple of slots at least. So there's this is, I think it's called Ganymede. Ganymede has an unfortunate problem, and Ganymede's problem is that it can only attack in front of it. So you can usually evade, like, to places where it can't really get you. So the first thing we're going to do is put Justin right in front of it. So this also has two parts, a head and a shell, and they act independently, but they share a HP pool. So we just need to deplete 1500 HP and we win the game. Well, not the game, but this particular fight. Ooh, that's a good one. That's even better. Right, so if you see where Fina is, that's ideally where we want to be. And it's going to draw in and, like, pump these attacks in. So I'm going to show you Crackle. Crackle is fantastic.
Oh, power
So this
of
costs
ice.
2 MP. I cast this 15 times. That does nearly 200 damage. Like, point for point, it's one of the best abilities you can get your hands on. So if you can get people to the bottom left, like where Fina is, they just won't take damage from this entire encounter.
Oh, power of ice.
And at this point, Fina can just spam Crackle and she'll win the fight on her own. You can probably get, like, if you don't want to sacrifice your positioning, you can get Shockwave off Justin, and then you can just start spamming attacks like Burn Flame.
Here goes!
There we go.
Oh, power of ice!
Oh, nice. We might get counter damage off this. This will be tasty. Ooh, big counter. So, Sue's actually too close for it. So, any normal attacks will miss Sue, but if it does that rush attack across the screen, that should hit her. But yeah, if you're doing this purely with Fina, it takes about 8 Crackles, maybe 9. And it's completely out of action.
Oh, power of ice!
Yeah, it's dead. So Crackle's cool, because Crackle does a lot of damage anyway, but how it kind of works and functions is, because it's both water and wind, you get both water and wind experience for using it. And this is going to come into place later on, because some people are going to have skills that use 2 elements. So you've got like water and wind, fire and earth, fire and wind, sort of combinations like that. They're all really, really good for leveling your abilities. One of the reasons that Justin gets super powerful in this game is that one of his skills later on is going to have sword, fire and earth, and it hits the entire screen, and it's very, very powerful. Now, because of that, he'll level sword, fire and earth together quite a lot. And the end result is he ends up really fast and he has a lot of strength. Justin, have we seen this before somewhere? This looks like... I know, we saw one just like it at the Salt Ruins. The Salt Ruins? Isn't that where you saw someone named Liete? Since this is the same, let's try doing this. Justin! Huh, what? Welcome, Justin. You've been blessed by the spirits. We've come closer, Liete. What about Alent? Where is Alent hidden?
There is no one in this world who would interfere with the blessings of the spirits, or with our civilization, which began together with this spirit light. Our civilization began to spread far and wide. Angelo became prosperous enough to cover even the farthest reaches of the land. This building that you are in now is also from that period. Go east, Justin. The place called Alent is a place far from here. You still have a very long way to travel.
East? From here? Pretty soon we'll reach the end of the world, Liete. Tell me, please. Just where is this Alent?
There is no such thing as the end of the world, Justin.
There really is no end of the world. You can see that with your own eyes. Well, then our adventure isn't over yet. I mean, we still haven't made it to Alent yet, right? Ha! There is no end of the world. Are you two listening? I say there's something on the other side. Our adventure's not over yet. But Justin, didn't you see how tall the wall is? Do you really think we can cross it? And not only that, there's the misty forest out there. No one's ever returned from it. So, what's wrong? All that doesn't really matter, don't you agree? I'm an adventurer. I can go anywhere, and I can return from anywhere. If people don't even go there, of course they won't return from it. I'll be the first one to do it. Alent is waiting for us just ahead. Let's go, Fina and Sue. Across the misty forest, to the other side of the end of the world. And away we go. So there's a couple of quick ways to get out of here, which is quite nice. Is it this way? Go down here. Chucks me out here. Oh yeah, the shell armor that we got is really useful for Justin. So it just gives you an extra 2 defense really. But if you slap it on Justin, because he's your MVP, he can continue being your MVP, I guess. I feel like I could have jumped down somewhere.
Oh,
Get a cheeky burn flame in there.
Pretty easy.
So just keep following this round and we'll be back before you know it. Oh, wait, have we gone the wrong way? Hello, fabulous Fifi. Welcome to the stream. Wait a minute, have I got lost? How have I got lost? Not this way. I don't know where I'm going. Don't worry, you never have to apologise for not being here. Never! How have you been?
Burnout! What a cinch!
Oh! think we've all been a little bit busy. I've actually been struggling to get some stream time in, really, because am I going? No, I'm going backwards. I've been doing a lot of overtime at work. They owe me a fair bit of time at this point. I went through that way. Yeah, a lot of overtime at work. Go that way. There we go. And out this way. Yeah, I've been losing a lot. I've been losing a fair whack of stream time. And raid time. We're a bit behind on prog now, which is kind of annoying. But it is what it is. Oh, this is the right way out. There we go. Yeah, I've been doing a fair whack of overtime, and it's kind of annoying actually. It's stuff that needs doing for, like, well, the good of the business and other developers, but at the same time we still lack an overtime agreement, so I've kind of been doing it for free. So, well, it's all adding up. It's just a backlog of hours that need paying it. So Justin, I know you said we'll be able to climb over that wall, but just how will we do it? Hey, I said it'd be okay, alright? So don't worry, we'll find some way to get over it. Justin! Don't tell me you don't know yet. I swear, you'd be lost without me. That's Justin for you. Maybe we should stroll on back to New Palm and get prepared for this. I agree, Fina. Let's just think for a bit. Bum, bum. Cheeky recovering. But yeah, lots of overtime. I think it was last Thursday, I had an 8-hour shift at work, and then we started doing a deployment at 8 PM, and just as we were about to finish, it all went wrong, and we ended up doing another 8-hour shift. So I worked like 8 till 5 during the day, came back at 8 and worked 8 till 4 AM the next morning, just trying to put together a production environment. And once that was done with, I was like, it was absolutely brutal. And then I was due to start work again at 8 in the morning, so I just kind of turned up for morning stand-up, like, morning y'all. And they're all like, "But dude, what time did you go to bed?" And I was like, I was still like piecing production together at 4. I'm like, oh my god. Thankfully, my manager's a cool guy, and he was just like, "Dude, just do the important things you need to do and go back to bed." I'm like, sure. Look over there, someone's collapsed. It's a little kid. He's unconscious. He's bleeding. Oh no, he's got a bad wound. Look, Fina, this kid has horns and a tail. Yeah, manager's cool. Like, the people I work with are cool. Hey look, his eyes are open. Oh good, he's coming too. This isn't an animal, is he? He looks so human. Huh?
Ow! Ah! Justin!
Ouch, he's biting me. Stop it. What's going on? What is this? Oh, he passed out again. We've got to help him, quickly. Justin, lend me a hand. Let's take him to my place, hurry. Okay, alright. Here, let me take him. Proceeds to piggyback biting child. Swift access to the neck. Look, Saki. Look, Mio. Okay, everyone halt. Humanoid search unit, stop here. That's strange. My calculations show that anyone with a wound like that shouldn't be able to travel so far. Nana's a bit short on common sense. She said standing watch is boring, so she went to buy makeup while on duty. Nana, I'll still be your friend, even if you get kicked out of the forces. You guys are so obstinate. Me, I can't stand the smell of animals. I can't do this without splashing on some perfume. What shall we do, Mio? That humanoid we caught is valuable. We've got to find it. But even so, I know. Let's use the Force's search hands. If we stick to my plan, it should work perfectly. Excellent idea, Mio. What better way to track a beast than with another beast? Let's get back to the base and get ready. Attention! Humanoid search unit, about face. Back to our frontline base. It doesn't quite explain yet. Hey, we've got a raid from Sir Flauschakor. Welcome, raiders. It'll explain in probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. What should I do? I gave him a dose of regular medicine, but he seems to have a slight fever. Well, will he get better? This doesn't look good. This kind of fever happens when the wound gets infected. It could be fatal. Fina, there must be something we can do. If I had an herb called sulphurweed, it would fight the infection, but at this time of year? Hey, don't give up so quickly. Let's go looking for it. Who knows, we might find some. You're right. Okay, let's go. There's a lot of sulphurweed growing in the Rocky Mountains behind my house. Let's go get some weed and we'll just feed it to the child. Let's get a little shout out in there for Sir Flauschakor. Pathfinder Kingmaker. How far have you got into it? Have you got to the bit where balance becomes slightly dubious yet? The sulphurweed. Do you know where it grows? Over toward the Rocky Mountains. There's a fence back there now. Let's go. It's okay. This game was built in the 90s. Apparently feeding children weed was okay back then. I don't think it was. We can climb from here. A lot of mean monsters live up there, so the path's been closed off for a long time. Just a minute. First we've got to move this fence. Hold on. There's a faster and easier way. I can take it out with just one of my board-splitting kicks. Whoa, Justin. Hiya! Are you okay, Justin? Did you hurt yourself? Just a little. Let's go find some sulphurweed. So I'm actually going to dip back to Pam first, for all of 2 seconds. Justin is fabulous. So the best thing about Justin, and this story as a whole, is from start to finish, Justin goes through like he has a lot of character growth. He goes from like child to actual responsible adult. It just takes a while. And we're like nowhere near halfway through yet. So we've got a Manor Egg, and we can use that to grab some more magic. So we want to start on Earth for Justin. And this gives Justin and Fina 3 each, and we can go on from there, really. I don't think we actually... There's no change to items and stuff, so there's nothing... Oh, actually, we'll get that form whip. And, yeah, nothing else. Anything else we can probably just sell. Did someone say weed? Gimme! Got my TOT today, so could not decide which game to play out of the 3. Randomizer did choose the first, Toko Detectives, but it's more like a flawed demo instead of an advertised free-to-play novel. And after that it was down to Pathfinder and Satellite Rain. Randomizer took Pathfinder. Nice. Come on guys. We could probably all share. So you can sell your junk to this dude, and it's a good idea to get rid of just about everything. So first aids are really, really helpful. My magic is insane, so we can literally sell everything else. Get rid of the lot, don't be shy. The Chola especially is not great, so... No! Joey doesn't show! Blue pills, need to keep those. Bamboo armor, you can get rid of that. All these wound salves, get rid of those. All the ginseng, antidotes. We're not going to need any of this. Get rid of the jade, keep blue pill. All ginseng, antidote, paralyze ointments. Rid of all that. Get rid of the toy bow as well. Dun, 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 dun. So if we just check his items, we want to give, so don't keep blue pills on Justin, because he's definitely not going to use them. Get bonked! I love that sound.
Where were the hills? Where were the hills?
It's my favourite for raiding. Due to the fact that I'm the healer in the raid group, it's my preferred method of people calling me out. So with that we have we've got a new element for Justin, which is actually going to take a bit of work to level it up. This is Herb Mountain, and Herb Mountain is atrocious. It's a giant... It's like one of those mazes that you give kids, you know, where they're going to find their way around to get to the other side. It's basically like one of those. Things jump you from everywhere. And to be honest, it's overall not fabulous. So, Earth gave us digging, which increases the defense of your party. And we basically have to just keep increasing the defense of our party until it gets to level 3, and then we'll actually get an offensive spell that we can use.
Pretty easy.
Found on the floor. Luckily, we're going to get quite a bit of experience for just spam casting an earth defense spell, really. So this bit's a bit, I suppose you could call it a little bit meh. Once we've got through this bit, the game chucks us into a dungeon that we have to escape before we can do anything else. And it's pretty fun, actually. You take 10 damage from Mug, and you also lose all of your gear. Oh, we got another Justin. Right, get another digging in. Yeah, I've tried playing Pathfinder Kingmaker a couple of times, and I always get distracted by other games. I've got like a really bad habit of I get really attached to
Not bad.
you know, like there's games in genres, and I get really attached to like one game or another, and it's quite annoying really, because you know, there's other games you could play that would be really good, and you just end up not playing them. If that makes sense. And Pathfinder Kingmaker has a slight problem for me, in that when I play it, I just end up wanting to play Pillars of Eternity instead, so I just go and play that. You're basically Wacko, incredibly racist.
Not bad, eh?
But yeah, it's a pretty bad one, because I can't thoroughly enjoy Minecraft, and it's not exactly the same, but I can't. Justin, this is white sulfur weed. We can only use the red type. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. So any sort of, you know, 5e-esque game, like D&D 5e-esque sort of situation, I end up wanting to just play Pillars of Eternity instead. Like, I can't even enjoy Pillars of Eternity 2, because I find Pillars of Eternity 1 to just be a better game. And it's pretty bad. Like, I can't enjoy Minecraft properly. It's not exactly the same. I can't enjoy Minecraft properly because I would rather play Terraria. No, it's going to get confused. That's bad, because Justin will just absolutely bang somebody out. Oh, good, he attacked an enemy. I think the only genre where I don't do that is like JRPGs, and that's because if I get in the mood to play a particular JRPG, it's mainly for the story. So I don't get that, you know, because like comparatively, games just don't have the same stories. So I don't get pulled from game to game like that. I suspect the same would happen to me if I tried to play any of the Dark Souls and Bloodborne games again. I suspect that I'd probably just want to play Dark Souls 3. Actually, no, Bloodborne was really good. I think maybe Bloodborne would get it. Oh, I don't know now. Hey, Justin has learned Cure.
Oh, flame burner!
Oh wow, they're quick. Well, they're dead. Ooh, fantastic. Well, I mean, I think the interesting thing is when I did go through Bloodborne and Dark Souls, I think I cared more about the story of Bloodborne than I did Dark Souls, but I mainly played them for for the challenge, which I quite enjoyed. Yeah, this one. Bloodborne definitely felt more like, I think the thing that impressed me the most about Bloodborne was it had obviously been influenced by Lovecraftian horror, and you could actually genuinely feel the horror influences. I think that's really what did it for me. You know, it made it a more enjoyable game overall.
Not bad, eh?
Like aesthetically, the creatures, all stuff like it was very. It was very Lovecraftian, but had that sort of edge of terror to it, which was that really did it for me, did that? No, don't you do that. Don't do that. Oh yeah, that environment. That was the best thing about it. Like, my biggest gripe with some of the horror games I play is that the environments just aren't unsettling. It's one of the reasons that I really like the original Resident Evil games. Like, Resident Evil Remake is a brilliant example. You know, you're in this huge mansion, it's very dark, some bits are run down, you don't know what's around the corner, it's really creepy. And I love it. Like, Bloodborne, the entire Yharnam and everything around it is just creepy, like genuinely creepy. And that's like one of the best things about it, like by far. So I'm trying to get digging before we head to the next area, because it's the ability you get is actually quite useful.
Oh, flame burn 'em!
Yeah, some of the jump scares are great in Bloodborne. There's quite a few times where it got me pretty good.
Easy, right,
I can quite honestly say, after, cause I've played Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, and I can honestly say hands down that great, now I can help that child. I didn't necessarily enjoy playing like Dark Souls 3, like, or 1 from the get-go. Well, I enjoyed 1 kind of from the get-go. I didn't necessarily enjoy 3 from the get-go. Bloodborne, on the other hand, I had like a really, really rough period of adjustment from playing Dark Souls. It was savage. I got absolutely, I think I had about 2 weeks in the game where I was just pure raging because I just couldn't get to grips with it as quickly as I got to grips with Dark Souls. But once I got to grips with it, and especially after I'd picked up Ludwig's Holy Blade and stacked a bit of damage on it, so it felt more like not only were the denizens, like the things that existed there were dangerous, but I was dangerous as well. When it got to that point, Bloodborne felt amazing. Like, it really does have like a high stakes sort of situation where you do a lot of damage, but the enemies do a lot of damage, and it's like, oh yeah, this feels good. Let's see. Well, Thursdays are my days to try out games that I've never played before, so maybe I'll continue with Pathfinder on one of my random days and test Satellite Rain next Thursday. Ooh! Love that setting, but maybe my schedule will be overruled by Lost Ark. But man, that Grandia has some great and some not so great memories attached. Yeah. Grandia's an interesting game. Some bits just haven't aged well.
Burnout!
Yeah, I think one of my complaints that I had with some of the when I was playing some of the earlier Dark Souls games was just that everything felt more deadly than you, and yet in Bloodborne you feel like an absolute machine so frequently. You know, and like things are coming to chew you, and you're just like swinging at them, and then the rally mechanic really works. I think like Grandia is quite interesting. Like I think its art style has aged quite well. Like back in the day, it was a pretty good game, and I suppose today, by today's standards, it might have something in kin with like an indie game. And so, you know, it's aged well in that sense. I think some of the humour hasn't aged well. There's a couple of bits that are like, that's not cool now. You know, I never actually did PvP in Bloodborne. I did a little bit in Dark Souls 3. I got invaded by some people, and I'm pretty sure they got really angry with me because, you know, in DS1 and DS3 I got invaded by a lot of people, and I understand there's some kind of etiquette when you do PvP in Dark Souls where you're supposed to kind of go up to people and bow, and this is supposed to be fair, and apparently it's not fair for you to just smash a greatsword into the face while they do it. But my world, my rules. So, well, the fever is down. That's a relief for now anyway. I'm glad. Phew, I wonder what would happen. That's a relief for me too. Still, I'd like to know what kind of creature this is. It's got a tail and everything. Considering where it collapsed, maybe it's from the Misty Forest. In that case, maybe he's got something to do with Angelo. What do you think? Yeah, I don't even wait for him to bow. Like, as soon as I see people that anywhere near me, it's like I'm already swinging. Like, if I see like a red dude, I'm just like, I'll just sprint at him and just start hacking away. I'll bet that's it. Maybe that's why he's got a tail and those horns. Hey Fina, what if this kid is really an Icarian? Shh! Don't talk so loud, Justin. You'll wake him up. Sorry, Fina. I guess I got a little worked up. Really now, Justin. I've got no idea whether he has anything to do with Angelo. I have a lot to ask when he wakes up. Since he's injured, I think it's only right that we should take him back to his home. I agree. I hope we find out more about him when he comes to and talks. Yeah, no, those moments. I feel it's it. Yeah, like when you're watching an old comedy, some of the jokes in there can be a bit on the nose, and yeah, like you know, they might have been said and done in good faith back then. I suppose in Grandia's case, it's mainly tropes. You know, there's quite a few damsels in distress, and you know, jokes like that. Or like the earlier joke where gag where Justin comes to Fina's house and the first thing he does is picks up her panties. It's like, you know, by today's standards, it's kind of not cool. Well, you'd better get some sleep, Justin. I'll watch over him tonight. Yo, Davo! How's it going, lad? Fina, you should sleep soon too. I mean, you've had quite a big day and all. Yeah, I know. Well, good night, Justin. Excellent, that's good to hear, my friend. Welcome to a wonderful Grandia stream. We're about to, well, we're about to get in some trouble. What's that? What's that strange music? Hey Justin, wake up. Fina, I must have dozed off. Huh? Oh no, Fina, Justin, that kid is gone. Huh? I wonder where he went. That wound hasn't healed yet. I hear a flute. Where's the sound coming from? It's coming from outside. Let's go see Justin. There he is. This is like one of my favourite bits in the game. Just random characters. Hey, what's your name? I'm Sue. So, what you're seeing right here, despite the face, is what happens if you get into a bit of a fight with Russians in Dota 2, or if you're just simply winning by a large margin. This is what you see. You know, I don't think it's human, is it? It's got a strange voice. But it seems to be saying something. Maybe it's just speaking in a different language. Another language? You mean there are other languages besides ours? What? How naive do you have to be to imagine that there's just one language in the entire world? Hey little guy, what's your name? Where are you from? I'm not getting anywhere. I don't think I can understand it. What's going on here? He suddenly reached for that nut? What will he do with it? Ask Van for that question. Maybe it's a thank you gift. I think he wants you to eat it. I've never seen a nut like that before. I don't know. Here, Justin, try a bite. Insert tanks. I finally found you, you little beast. Trying to give us a hard time? Who are you? Take a good look and you'll see. We're soldiers in the Garlisle forces. Now hand over that humanoid. Humanoid? Then you mean this thing's really human? Say, didn't I meet you and that little girl once at the Salt Ruins? What an odd place to meet again. You guys don't have a choice here. Now hand over that humanoid or accept the consequences. Boy, you sure are bossy. So why are you so interested in a little humanoid like this? We rescued this kid. Why should we hand him over to you without even knowing why? Yeah, that's right. Don't be so tyrannical. What? I've had enough of this idle chatter. You don't know what tyrannical means. These humanoids are classified as top secret under the Garlisle Forces plan. Hand him over, or we'll kill you all. Top secret? Garlisle Forces plan? Hey, Saki! You just blobbed about a top secret man. Try thinking before you talk. Well, I had no choice. Either way, we have to take these guys back to the base. Yeah, now that they know too much, of course we have to. Enough of this nonsense. You think we're just going to give up and go give up quietly? From now on, you three have no right to disobey us. You want hard labour and starvation? Alright soldiers, take them to our frontline base. Remind me of Team Rocket. So Nanosaki and Mio are interesting characters. Yeah, I allow fucking, to be honest. I can't really tell my chat not to say a word that I say far too frequently. Whoa, what we got here? We have a piff raid. We've got confetti noodles, plague baby, Boom Kapow Science, D Dicky D. Welcome, guys. How's it going, y'all? Oh, confetti. This game is fabulous. So this is Grandia, and Grandia was made in 1997. So it's 25 years old this year. And puts it out about the same time as Final Fantasy VII. So not following. Don't worry about it. It originally came out for... I think it actually came out for the Sega Saturn, to be honest. And it's a story about a 15-year-old boy called Justin. He gets left a spirit stone from his father. And he goes on an adventure to find an ancient civilization. And he's great. Drat, let's get out of here. Oh, prepare to die, because you won't get out again alive. We've just been captured by the military. Ancient? This game's only 5 years younger than I am. What am I, like? Historically irrelevant. Isn't this lovely? Now we can have a real execution. What would be the best method? Well, let's go, Nana. Mio. Listen, be relentless. Put your hearts into it. Be on the lookout. I'm a dinosaur. They're gone. What do we do now, Justin? To be fair, I'm okay with being a dinosaur. My favourite film is Jurassic Park. They're gone. What do we do now, Justin? Can't use our weapons either. Anyway, I have to escape from here somehow. What on what's this? Hefty pipe acquired. Oh yeah, Land Before Time is great. But yeah, I am so my favourite film is Jurassic Park, and as some people may know, probably not everybody, I got married on the 30th of December, and I like Jurassic Park to such a degree that the main Jurassic Park theme tune was played in the background while we signed the marriage register. Marriage register. I don't know where Socks is actually. He's probably going to bring me a mouse at like 2 AM. That's his favourite trick. Yeah, we use the soundtracks from his favourite films. So I got signing the register with Jurassic Park because that's the biggest bit, and then arriving and leaving for our ceremony was the soundtrack from the After films, because my wife is a really big fan of After films. Great. This is really hefty. This will do the trick. Wow, a blow with that would really hurt. Great, we got hold of a weapon. Now, how do we escape from here? Yes, thank you. Socks is fabulous. My wonderful cat that's wandering around somewhere. He's a gentleman all of himself. He'll probably... He likes to go out. He'll get a bit cold, and then he'll come in and he'll want a cuddle. So, he'll mosey on in at some point and come for a cuddle. I know. Let's do it that way, Sue. Yes, I understand, Justin. Yow! My stomach! Ow! Ouch! My tummy hurts! Listen up. Sue is in bad shape. What are you gonna do? Shut up, what is it? Sue is in bad shape. Yow! My stomach hurts! Hey, hurry, take her to the doctors. Oh, you little brat. Wait a second, I'm opening up now. Hey, it worked, Justin. Ah, my strategy never fails. Come. Now we rescue Fina and the boy and escape from here. Justin, you came for me. Fina, wait. I'm opening it up right now. Ugh. No good. It won't open. Stop that, Justin. You can't bust it open. You have to use the key. That's right, Justin. There's a room in back. There might be a key there. You're right. Alright, let's take a look around. How about you? I see. Humanoids in another room? You must be looking now, right? They're only 2 children. Our lookout will be just fine, don't worry. What? You did it, Justin. Haha, tough match. Say, Justin, the humanoid must mean that boy. Alright, I'll rescue him. Nice, a residue potion. You twit. Drat, only one more step away. Rats, let me out of here. What are you going to do with us? Say something. Shut up. Quiet in there. Look at here. We're going to escape. Remember that. Those water graphics. How is the middle prisoner? They've kept on shouting ever since. They don't quiet down at all. Is that so? I will talk with the prisoners. Let me pass. You said your name is Justin. You really made fools of us. What are you saying? Look how badly you treated us at Salt. Now untie these ropes right away. Let me see Fina. Shut up! I will not allow you to mouth off like that. You know too much about military secrets, ancient culture, and humanoids. The punishment for you 3 will be decided within a week. It should be the death sentence. You think we'll go quietly to a death sentence? I'll break out. I'll show you. I said don't mouth off. Oh, crud. I'll remember this. Do you seriously think that you can escape from here? Perhaps, if you're alone. But you can't all escape. Unless you stole a military train. Huh? A military train? Yeah, it's Puffy's, that's Sue's rah-rah cheer. All you can do right now is to wait until we carry out your sentence. Be quiet until then. We will soon get our next orders from Colonel Mullen. You men stand by in the other room. But Lieutenant Lean, don't we have to watch this punk? Leave him alone. If he makes any more ruckus, I won't mind if you kill him. Yes, ma'am. Excuse us. It's a top skill, is rah-rah cheer. I've been thinking this over, and there's still plenty of time until they carry out your sentence. Lieutenant Lean is not as bad as she seems. Pah, I'll remember that woman giving me a slap like that. Well, what do I do now? First I have to do something with this rope. Hey, I think I can wriggle out. Somehow. Alright. A little more. Oh. I did it. Great. This time I'll get away. What could this be? Great, it's the jail key. Jail key acquired. That woman called Lean dropped it. She's really a dunce. Justin, you're alright. Wait, Fina, I'll open it up for you now. Great, it opened. Thank you, Justin. That was an easy one. I'm amazed you got out of your cell. What kind of magic did you use? The truth is, a soldier came around a little while ago, and I heard a few things. Then she dropped the jail key. She was so stupid. That's how I escaped. Yeah, Justin is not bright. He's just a 15-year-old boy that wants to go on an adventure. I don't think he spent much time. I don't think people went to school in this game. Wow, that's a little hard to believe. So you were saved thanks to her. Hey Justin, before we escape, let's go rescue the humanoid boy. Of course we will. Well then, hurry. Let's go look for that child before they come after us. So I'm officially out of the prison cell, and despite needing a pipe last time, I've somehow got all of my stuff. Yeah. So that's the way to the barracks. So I believe we can go through here. No good, it won't open. The key doesn't fit either. She puts a lock on this but drops a key. I don't know if that woman's careful or careless. Well, you know, it's a JRPG. You can't expect logic in a JRPG. So we are in the Garlisle military base, and most of the enemies here are going to consist of Garlisle soldiers. It's no good. It won't open. Looks like the jail key doesn't fit. There's a couple of items we can pick up. Yeah, the door noise is rough. These ultra drinks you get give 20 SP to the entire party, and they are really useful. At least at this stage. Later on we need bigger and better stuff. But there should be a saber and a costume we can get. Also, there's some bits that haven't aged great in this. My dream of coming here from Palm came true, but I can't stand the hard training. We can't even go out at night. These New World units do have strict rules. Do you hear anything, Justin? In the duck back here, I can't hear the voices. No, nothing interesting. I hear the military train we're stationed on this time has really high horsepower. But that makes more work for us. The higher the technology, the more it has to be maintained. So do you hear something? How about it, Justin? Must be the military train. But keep it down so they'll hear us. I did it! I finally made Kite Pilot. My dream came true. I'm glad I believed him when Colonel Mullen said that I had ability. So, on his way out of here, we're going to have 3 completely different boss fights. Yeah, it's just like smart characters are in limited supply in this game. What? That voice? Work ethic. Oh, it's still useless. He's still so frightened. How did it go, Colonel Mullen? Did you find out the location of the humanoid village? No, he's so scared his mind is shut. He wouldn't even say his own name, much less the location of the village. Nana's group probably went too far. They always do. They're ruthless. I'll have to caution them. Herr Mullen, what do you intend to do with that humanoid child? You can't be thinking of... Well, gentle Liam, is that weighing on your mind? No, not really. Don't worry. We won't rough him up. We have justice on our side. This operation is meaningful. Still, I think we should go with the plan we discussed earlier. Well then, don't dilly-dally, Liam. Yes, sir, Her Mullen. I don't think boomers had a work ethic, they just got paid more. How are you, Justin? Did you find that boy? I can't hear his voice here anymore. Sure, I found him. But that guy was here too. The one we met at the Salt Ruins, called Molly or something. What, that blonde guy? That's the one. He said he would flatten Justin. Well, was I flattened? It was just a rough fight. But that guy, how can he talk to that boy? Who in the world is he? First, we have to save that boy. Now let's go. Right, so we need to keep going around here, and basically we need to just maneuver around until we get to that save point. Coming up, we do have the... we go into a vent and we end up in the women's changing room. Just in luck. If you push the right buttons, it might open the door. So we can do that. We're going to go have a look up here first. I don't think we want to go that way yet. Is it this way? So that's just more idle chat with those, really. Ah, right, yeah. So that's the sword that we want later on. So these ones that are open, if you look inside those, you'll end up in a fight. What do you think of New World duty? Isn't it hard compared to Palm? No, not at all. I'm happy being able to work with superior persons like you, sir. Oh, I'm not so superior. They say this room is haunted. Even one night is too many to spend in this room. Just cut that out. Who was the one who thought of testing our courage here? Yeah, tell me about it. Maybe these are the poor network administrators that are forced to, like, administer all of New World's problems. There we go, locker room. So, warning, not aged great. Hey, what is this? This New World is so hot, I got heat rash in my bra. And look, my underwear too. It's very strange. According to my calculations, you don't need a bra. Stop talking about the heat. You're making me feel hot. But anyway, why did Her Mullen pick Saki? I want him to give me orders. See, you understand now. Her Mullen holds me in the high esteem. Definitely. By the way, was the Beast's door combination up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right? Do you have heat rash on the brain now? It's right, left, down, down, up, up. Saki, you are hopeless. Both of you are totally wrong. It's right, left, down, up, right, left, down, up, In front of the Beast, you can just ham it up saying, rats, I forgot, don't fail, okay? I won't fail at such a simple job. I'll just pop over and do it. Let's see. Right, right, left, left, down, up, down, up. Here's a pretty nice Easter egg. Huh? Who could this be? You invaders? Yeah, they're horrific. Don't worry, we'll deal with them, Sean. So in general, you don't really want to waste too much MP here. And honestly, the soldiers aren't that strong. I still think one of the best things about this game is the music. It's just absolutely bopping. Compared to other stuff, they can hit you quite hard if they want to. But it's only the soldiers in blue that are very dangerous. So, if I remember rightly, we just need one more level on Justin till he learns Tremor. Yes. Can't go that way, it's this way I think. So here we go. If you push those buttons, the door will open. So let me see first. So it was right, right, left, and left again, and then down, up, down, and up. You got to see him change too. That's right. Oh, wait a minute, Fina. Oh, Justin, you're the worst. Sue, not you too. Hurry, quick, let's go save that child. Changing the subject, huh? Yeah, the easiest way to think of the battle system in this game is, if you imagine the active time battle system of Final Fantasy, it's represented on the bottom by that bar. And like Darv was saying, you've got wait, you've got act, and then you've got com. And halfway between wait and act, enemies usually decide what they're going to do, and you'll be able to see what move they've got. If you knock them back into the other half, they might swap what move they're doing. If it's a special move, when they get to act, they have like a timing period between act and com before it goes off. And if you get a critical hit or an ability that can cancel into that gap, you'll cancel their ability and they go all the way back to wait. Which is great, because if you're really good at it, you can ensure that bosses don't get a lot of turns. Let me see. How do we open the cage? There must be a switch. We passed a winch over here. It's one of the things that I love about this game. Grandia 2 has the same design, and it is fabulous. Hey, will this open the cage? Yeah, there's some fights later on that are just, they'll be pretty one-sided because we can stunlock stuff. 3 nuts. He tried to give them to us before. Is he telling us to eat them? Well, maybe. They don't look poisoned. Hey Justin, you eat it. Fool, what are you saying? Aren't we in this together? If we have to die, let's die together. Justin, you're so melodramatic. But as you said, Justin, everyone eat it together. welcome, Losher. Is it Losher AF? Losher, or is it Locker? Welcome. Yeah, it'd be quite nice. Like some of the Trails of Cold Steel games have like a boost feature that lets you speed everything up. But yeah, Grandia's battle animations can be quite lengthy. Okay, let's see it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Are you alright? I'm sorry guys, did it taste that bad? Locker is alright. Yeah, Trails of Cold... I absolutely love Trails of Cold Steel games. They are 1 through 4 are some of the best JRPGs I've ever played. And that speed up feature makes it so much more nicer if you want to replay it. Or if, like me, you just wanted your platinum trophies and you actually wanted to, like, hammer through a nightmare playthrough, you can do it so much faster with that speed boost. Did it taste that bad? Of course. What are you trying to feed us, you nincompoop? Whoa, I'm sorry, but I'm no nincompoop. My name is Ren. Does it? I don't think I've ever actually softlocked Grandia 2. Justin, I can understand it now. What? Now that you mention it. It's true, I can understand him too. How do you end up softlocking it then, Darvel? That nut was a communique nut. It's part of the wisdom of the lost culture of my village. Ah! Hey buddy. What's up? You want a tuddle? Come on then. Tutorial dudes in the shops, yeah? Remy's great. Give me 5 minutes guys, it's cuddle time. Where have you been? You've been hunting in the fields? So if you talk to the first one right away, it messes up with Millennia's AI in the first fight against her. If she's not using Zap, then which therefore won't... Oh really? Is that how it works? I've had it, the original PC Grandia 2, I've had that get stuck before where some of Millennia's attacks had a problem loading the, you know, the movies that come with them and some of the special effects. And I remember being hit by Zap being a problem, and I remember if you use the wings move, sometimes that would just softlock, and well, it just completely hardlock, you wouldn't be able to do anything with it. That's pretty rough, that, as a soft lock, that. Yeah, that's far too easy. They should have patched that really at some point. feel very soft. I've been grooming. Just the controlling. Does it need to smell like you too? Sorry for the weird stance, guys, but the cat likes to chew on my controller if I leave it too close. Amazing. But we have a lot to talk about. Now we have to escape. Let's look for a way out. That's such a bad, like, it's such a bad soft look, especially attached to a tutorial. Might have to give that a go and see. What's up, buddy? You ready for a brawl, guys? Ah, who even brought that humanoid child along? My man. You saved me the trouble of finding you. No. When you go play. There we go, he's warmed up now. Just in time to fight Saki and the privates. So, Saki is the first of the female commanders that we fight. She only has 1000 HP, but she has the 3 privates. And to be honest, they're not really that great. In fact, a few applications of spells like Crackle and Burn Flame, and they're pretty much going to be dead.
This'll teach you.
I think you can actually put them to sleep as well if you really want to.
Come on, everybody!
I don't think you can put Saki to sleep, but I think you can put the privates to sleep. Oh no, you can put Saki to sleep. That's really unfortunate. So we need a couple more casts of digging to make sure that Justin gets access to Tremor. So I'm going to go ahead and let him get that now. Tremor is really useful against these guys. There we go.
Prepare to die! Wah! Prepare to die! Wah!
Yeah, Saki is really fast. So I guess we need a bit of HP now.
Come on, puppies! Run, run! Run, run! Let's go! Here we go!
Oof. That is a rough time there, if anything. That is rough. So if you really want to do some damage in this game, you want this Crackle spell. Crackle is so powerful. We're probably going to get counter damage as well. There you go, 159 damage. The female commanders have a really weird fascination with targeting Justin.
Now I'm really angry.
I do feel for you there. I actually had a problem with I was playing through Bioshock, and we'd had a couple of like bad bits and pieces in Bioshock where it'd lock up and stuff like that. The new one, you know, the enhanced edition. And I was playing through it, and we managed to stream all the way to the point where you get to it's where you're on your way to meet Andrew Ryan, and like you go through a bathysphere and the game just froze. I couldn't get past it no matter what I tried, and I had to abandon that. Yeah, red, green and pink. But yeah, we've got Tremor now, which will be great for leveling up Earth, because we need a lot of Earth levels. But for now, you can just deploy the most powerful skills you can on Saki, and she really will not last long. Crackle in particular, she'll take about 5-6 crackles and she'll just die. Yeah, she will target Justin like crazy. The only thing that will do more damage than a Crackle is W break.
Oh, power of ice!
Ooh, nice.
Watch this.
Ooh, I might be able to get Para Whipping. Can I get Para Whipping?
Now
Yeah.
I'm really angry.
Ooh, wow, the crit didn't pull her out.
Watch this.
Poor Sue, being the 10-year-old girl that she is, she gets really thrown about.
Oh, power of ice!
Another Lord Sora who traps us in this Twitch realm of his. Crackle is powerful. So combinations in general are really powerful. Crackle is, in my opinion, when it comes to Grandia 1, actually, and Grandia 2 as well, for the MP cost, it is overpowered in this game. Later on it'll fall off a bit, but for the majority of for a good whack, like the first half of this game at least, Crackle is seriously dangerous. When we fought Ganymede earlier, we got a crit on Ganymede, which only has 1500 HP, for about 240 damage, and it's, well, not a crit, we got a counter. So we need Justin's Fire and Earth to be somewhere around level 7, and we need to power a lot of points into Sword when we can, but we'll get there. So I think that takes us back to, oh, this is the locker room. Yeah, so you can go ahead and have a look in their locker rooms if you like. And if you look there, I think this is Saki's. She's got a that's supposed to be a poster of her mullen that's on the wall. Also, if you want ridiculous, there's a random pole here for no apparent reason. How do the combination things work? Okay, so if you look at this will explain it a bit better. So there's 4 elements in the game. There's fire, water, wind, and earth. And so each thing combines with another thing twice. So Justin has fire, water, earth. So if you look, there's earth and fire skills. And they make explosion magic. And so explosion magic is, one, really expensive in terms of mana usage, but two, ridiculously powerful. Explosive magic tends to be the highest damage, basically. Fina has water and wind, and they combine together to make Blizzard. And Blizzard, similar to Explosion, is really powerful, or more powerful than just using water or wind. Crackle is ridiculous. You get it early, it is cheap, it does a lot of damage. That 10 and 12 one should be Crackling. Crackling will hit the entire field with like a super crackle. Actually, it might be 2023, that one. I'm not sure. That one is ridiculous. She also has Fire and Wind, which combine to make Lightning. So I think you'll find that 2119 there is Zap All, I think. But her whip move there, which is 24 whip, 15 fire, 15 wind, that is Zap Whip. And Zap Whip is incredible. She just imbues a whip with lightning and then whips people with it. Justin in particular has some disgusting movesets. So the 12 sword and 8 fire is Lotus Cut, and that one a bit further down, we're going to get that about halfway through the game, and that explosion sword combination will be the key to making Justin absolutely disgusting. Yeah, so Crackle is basically Blizzard, but then when you rank up to like the next level, so Crackling, it becomes an AoE spell. Main tag having OP skills. Yeah, Justin, he's already strong, and by the end of this game, he's probably not going to need a party with him, to be quite honest, isn't Justin? So another thing about the elements and weapons, if you look on the left there at the bottom, every time you level up magic, you get 2 random MP that's distributed between the 3 levels. And you also get a stat. So for water we get HP, earth you get strength, and fire you get wit. Wit determines how fast you go up the IP gauge on the bottom. That's what the ATB gauge is actually called, the IP gauge. And this is why Justin gets ridiculous. So that move there that requires sword, earth and fire, you would get, every time you leveled up your skills from using it, you get +1 strength and +1 wit, making him faster and stronger. But it gives you weapon experience for the weapon that's equipped, not sword. So if you use an axe, for example, you will get +1 HP, +3 strength, and +1 fire by spamming it over and over again. Well, actually, in terms of RNG with stats, it's actually the exact opposite. So when I first played this game, I thought it relied heavily on RNG, and it doesn't. You can actually tailor your characters significantly in a way that you want. So, not really. When you level up any magic element, you get +2 MP, and that is random as to which MP level it gets assigned. So, if you have a look at magic, here's a good example. So, Justin has a total of 17 levels. So he's got 34 extra MP from somewhere, and he only starts with 10 level 1 MP and 2 level 2 MP. So if you look there, he's got 12 level 2 and 23 level 1 and 5 level 5. If you look at Fina, she has 12 21? 12, 20? math out, yeah. 21. So she's got 17 in level 2, 25 in level 1, and 5 in level 3. I think until you've learnt a level 3 skill, the MP goes in that level. So you'll never get MP from leveling up physically with your levels or your weapons. You only get it with magic. Oh, good night, Dowell. You get some rest, man. Enjoy the rest of your evening. So it's quite odd because the system's very linear. You don't get like wild scaling stats. Oh yes, there is a Discord. Join the Discord. But you don't really get these like wild scaling stats. Like for example, if you play Final Fantasy VII, because you go through like a heavier multiplier, the more strength you have, the bigger the chunks of damage that get added on. Like +1 strength doesn't just give you 50 damage, it might give you +1 strength at 75, might give you 100 damage. It's a bit, yeah. it can get quite complicated, but the easiest way to remember it is that Grandia 1 at the very least. Grandia 2 is a bit different, but Grandia 1, the stats are very linear and you can just level what you want to tailor your character. So and they naturally build in a way, like if you just use whatever moves feel appropriate, your characters kind of naturally build in a way that's good for them. Like no matter what, Justin should end up fairly fast and fairly chunky. Oh man, I used to suffer from insomnia like really badly when I was younger. I was terrible with it, absolutely terrible. And I know what it's like. I think that one of the worst things with insomnia, really, is when you finally do get to sleep, but then somebody wakes you up. That is just like, oh, we got a treasure chest. I don't know why, but this guy just doesn't seem to bother with you unless you talk to him. So this is the officer's uniform, which is better than what we have. So you can go ahead and equip that. It's worth putting it on somebody other than Justin, to be honest. Like personally, I'd put it on Fina, but I'm gonna give it to Sue this time. She's a little, her HP is a little low. Well, the good thing about Grandia 1 and 2 are the anniversary editions on Steam. So this is a soldier's uniform that's a bit better. So that one I'm going to put on Fina. Yeah, like I remember once there's actually a bit of a Facebook fight. It's like in one of the groups that I used to be in. Because it was about 3 AM. I'd finally managed to get to sleep, and I told everybody. I was like, look guys, I'm not being funny, but I'm suffering a bit from insomnia. I can't really get to sleep. I'm gonna head to bed. Oh, that's a shame. I'm gonna head to bed. Please don't bother me. And I always keep my phone on loud. Because I have a lot of friends, well, I have a lot of close friends, and I like to make myself available at all times. And honestly, this guy must have spammed my Facebook about 50 times, and all he was spamming my Facebook to do was to tell me that he'd won a game in Dota 2, and I just lost it. So this is Nana. Nana is slightly weaker than Saki that we fought before, and she basically used some of the same skills. I believe she's got some yo-yo abilities, and one of them can actually paralyse your characters if you're not careful. Ah, I couldn't keep her.
Feel the Earth's fury!
Yeah, that was a rough night. Yeah, I think the only way that you're gonna get Grandia on console, like obviously it came out on PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn, but like you're asking a bit for anybody to have any of those. You know, I bet it might be on like PlayStation Store, you know, like on PSN Network. It might be on there. I don't know if I'd bet on it, but I bet it would be. Oh, there you go, spin yo, yeah. No. Wait, did she just immediately change to defend? Yeah, you might be able to get it on the PSN Network actually. If they ever defend, you can just use this opportunity to mercilessly beat them. I'm pretty bad for keeping up with PSN Network. I actually have PSN now, which is actually was really useful when I wanted to play Bloodborne. And sometimes they have some, you know, like older stuff on there and whatnot. Who let this woman have a yo-yo with blades in it? I don't think I can get away with that.
This'll put down anyone with one shot.
So. Oof. Get a rah-rah cheer in there.
Come on, puppy! Let's go! Here we go!
Yeah, Sue gets absolutely brutalised. It's kind of a shame.
Hey, no! It can't be! Big win, puppy!
Down she goes. Yeah, I've been. I need to put some money away actually, because I was. Yeah, you can't expect to be a 10-year-old child and try and escape from prison and not get roughed up a bit. So we've just got one left, which will be Mio. Mio has the least amount of HP. She also has a tendency to apply status effects to your party. Some of them are quite nasty. You'll typically get poisoned, paralysed. I think she can confuse you. But because she has so little HP, you can just brutalise her, to be honest. Justin, what do we do? Anyway, let's look for a way out. So, yeah, I was saving up for a trip as well. Actually, I was before the whole coronavirus thing hit. Ooh, Miracle is good. 5 MP all levels to party. I was planning on going to see my friend over in Belgium, and then all the coronavirus restrictions came in, and I had to cancel the trip. And I'm not gonna lie, it took some doing to get my money back, but I managed it eventually. I'm gonna give Sue the army dart just to make her a bit quicker, and also it's preferable for her to learn ranged now. So if you have a look at Sue's skills, she needs one more point in mace, actually. Let's have a look at that. How close is she? Oh, she's so close. Yeah, give her the mace back. But once she's learned this one skill, it's better for her to learn ranged. Yeah, tell me about it. But yeah, I was going to stay at a hotel in Brussels, so I could get a train to places like Ghent, Bruges, and just see the sights. My, I thought it was noisy. Now I find you making a run for it. Now we have a problem. According to my plans, that is so quick. Why is it advancing so quick? Oh, that might be an option, actually. So we can take this opportunity to try and lay down some smackdown. Yeah, so Mio only has 700 HP. She's the most annoying of the three. But thanks to a low HP pool, you can usually just be very forceful and do some excessive damage. Yeah, I love the little battle arenas. I like how they're relatively detailed as well. It's not just like, here's a random area. It's like, it really fits in with the aesthetic of the place that you're in. Yeah, Balloon just randomly applies statuses to people. And apparently she doesn't like being cancelled. Well, there we go. Go, Justin.
Slice the car!
It's one of the reasons I like this game, to be honest. That and I really like the story of this game. We'll defend. I want Sue to get a couple more hits in just so she can finish off that last skill.
Well now, die from this nerve gas!
Fills balloons with nerve gas. Oh wow, I put it to sleep. The story starts to really pick up a bit later on as well. Like right now, it's like, let's go on an adventure. And the best thing about this game is that the stakes kind of just, you kind of have like peaks and troughs of stakes in the story of how important it is, and then towards maybe like the back third, they just steadily climb, and it's like, wow. It's really cool. Huh, what's that? Well, that looks like a military train. That's it, the military train that woman was talking about. Great, we'll escape on this. Wonderful, Justin. Can you drive it? Sure, well, actually I've never done it, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, the story is really well paced, actually. Maybe you can't stop how fast the text flies by. I find it's really well paced. Like, we're going to do this bit, then we're going to go on a bit of an adventure to like a new village, and the pace will pick up a little bit there, and then it kind of drops back off as you go towards the end of the world, and then it picks up again, and it kind of, you get these little peaks and troughs throughout the story as you go on your adventure, and then as the stakes rise towards the end of the game, it becomes more mature, more serious, and the stakes pick up. Quickly, Justin. Those guys are coming. Okay, I've got this. This is it. Hey, out of the way. I see. So the humanoid boy escaped. So far, so good. Yes, Colonel. But what is it, Ling? Nothing at all. Very well, Lieutenant. Have Nana and the others trail the boy as planned. You will come with me to trail from the air. Prepare the Grandeur for departure immediately. Yes, Colonel. She'll be ready in 15 minutes. Yeah, it's quite a weird one. Sometimes you can read into it because, like, not everybody is as evil as the seem, and not everybody is as nice as the seem. Like in actuality, but the face is a mismatch sometimes. Also, this airship design is dubious at best. Well, I think that was to show you that he's being cheeky, really, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't quite fit right. Good morning, Justin. Oh, Fina. Good morning. Looks like we got away from the soldiers, okay. We've been driving this train all night, Justin. You must be tired. I'll take over if you like. Nah, I'm fine. A first-class adventurer would never get tired this soon. How's Rem and Sue doing? They're each sound asleep in their own cars. They're so cute when they're asleep. Yes, I hope they'll be up soon. I've got so many things to ask Rem. I understand your frustration, but let's let him sleep a while longer. He had a very rough day yesterday. Whew. Okay. Do you think I should add some more coal to the fire? I'd be glad to shovel it for you. Oh no, that's okay. I'll do it. Well then, who's going to drive the engine? Tell you what, I'll drive while you shovel the coal. Oh yeah, I need to change that actually. We for 100 followers and over Christmas, we gave away 4 copies in total of Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters for people to enjoy. Every single person who won decided that they'd like to wait for Final Fantasy VI to get released, which should be later this month. So when I'm done with Grandia, we're probably going to switch over to Final Fantasy VI. Okay, you win. Now just pull on that lever over there. Well, what was that? Let go of it, Justin. That was the brake. Boing, Justin. I was just goofing around. Oh yeah. Yeah. How are you, Rem? Did you sleep well last night? Not really. I couldn't sleep much. But you know, it's my first time on to ride on one of these things. I like it. It's fun. This thing is called an engine. We've also got engines like these where I come from. I wonder why little boys always dream about riding on things like this. Justin climbed into one once without asking. Boy, did he get chewed out. That's just like Justin. But did that really happen to me? Maybe. By the way, Rem, I've got a lot of things I want to ask you about. What do you want to know? Who hurt you in the Misty Forest? I was walking through the Misty Forest when these scary soldier ladies started chasing me. I bet it was those 3 ugly ones. I was running away as fast as I could, then I stumbled and got hurt. But why would the Garlisle forces do something like that to you? I wonder if my sister was involved. I hope not. You ever see the end of the world? The end of the world? Oh, you mean that big old wall? Of course I've seen it. A long, long time ago, people used to live on the other side. My mother told me that. Really? People on the other side? What do you want to know? What's your home village like? My village is called Look Village. It's hidden in some very thick mist, so thick that outsiders can't find us. I have to admit, I wasn't supposed to go outside of the village, but I had to see the world out there. Rem, I think that's because you're an adventurer by nature. Isn't that right, Fina? Sure, even more so than this guy just... Just kidding. Yeah, I know what. You guys should come see my village. I'm sure everyone there would give you a big welcome. Look, huh? Maybe they could tell us more about the end of the world. Okay, let's go to look. Lead the way around. Yeah, what was that? Eek! What was that? I'm gonna go take a look. Honestly, Fina and Justin are just absolutely fantastic together. Just the little figure just bopping up. It looks like new weapons. Are they chasing us? Well, they're after us. Some soldiers are catching up to us. Oh no, what will we do, Justin? So we kind of need to fight his way to the front of the train. These crimson potions are amazing. You'll not need them for a while, like, but... So we're recovered at full strength, and we basically just need to fight from the back of the train to the front of the train. It gets so good, this bit. Why? It's hilarious. So the first few battles, I wouldn't bother burning through stuff like Burn Flame, because we're going to get some captains, and they're a little stronger and they're a lot more dangerous. You can use Justin's Tremor ability on these weaker ones, because the stronger stuff is going to want to like single target it down basically, so you might as well burn his MP. So has learned Yawn.
Fury!
The ability that Sue just learned is actually really useful, and we're gonna make pretty liberal use of it, to be honest. Yeah, Sue is secretly a Snorlax. Can't you tell by the colours? Ah, you got me. So, if you have a look at Sue, she now has Yawn. Yawn is basically it's a 5 SP move which you can spam, which levels up both weapon and water, and I think she might be able to use it with a ranged weapon too. Yeah. So it'll rank up whatever weapon she's got and water. It's really, really useful. But yeah, for the most part, you just howl these and just combo them with Justin, and they'll be gone before long. Oh, I didn't get the army saber. I could have used that. So yeah, you get Yawn, which it just puts a range of enemies to sleep. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's no big deal that I don't have it, to be quite honest. It would have just been nice to have it. Yeah, Yawn's great. So Sue gets a lot of water from using Yawn, and we're gonna lose Sue in a fair few hours from now, but we'll lose her as a main party member. But we get a third of her like experience back, basically. So it's worth sort of spamming Yawn like aggressively. So this is the Lightning Star Squad, which would have been. It's one of the nanny Saki, Nana, Saki, Nani? Nana, Saki, and Mio's, like, you know, personal troops, basically. Oh, he's run away.
Here goes! Ha!
Will that get all three? Oh, it was the one that moved. Yeah, it's basically their lackeys. Poor Sue is like struggling to get to her feet.
Alright, we won!
Yeah, poor Justin's suffering a little bit. We actually do need a sword. But we'll be able to buy one at the next village, I think. The pride of the Bloody Rose squad is at stake. Goodbye, guys. So here we go. These are sergeants. Sergeants have more HP. They've got 220, and they're considerably more dangerous. I mean, I say considerably. They're not considerably anything really. But this is where we can start throwing out stuff like Burn Flame. And attacks of that sort of degree. I'm still going to use Tremor for this one.
Here we go!
And we'll drop a Burn Flame on this one that's asleep.
Feel the Earth's fury!
Oh, flame burn 'em!
I don't actually know what Puffy is. It's like some sort of weird bird/bug Pokemon. I don't know what it is. It's explained in the story that it's a creature that Justin's dad brought back from his adventures, and that's how it's explained. But as to what it is, could be anything, to be honest.
Alright, we won!
Yeah, we can only guess. Oh, I'm gonna face Sergeant Nana. So we're gonna use Justin's magic to heal up because he's less likely to use water in general. Watch your eyes because this is very bright, and yeah. Desert Moon Squad, this is it, get ready. So this is Mio's squad. Here we go with another 2 sergeants. So same again, just don't be shy, just blow up to pieces. That wave cut attack can be really deadly. Yeah, tell me about it. There's some quirky money mechanics in this game. Let's try and get another yawn in. And we'll get a cheeky shockwave in there.
Here we go!
Here goes!
Oh, that was a good hit. So B's moving, wave cut. Okay, so if we put a burn flame here, this will kill them all.
Take this! Pretty easy.
Well, we've got quite a few fire points under his sort of thing now, and they don't really have any particular resistances, so Burn Flame's probably the biggest AoE we've got, and it does the job really well. So this is the Officer's Badge, which gives you plus 15 action. So that'll make you take more turns. So it's worth putting that on somebody like Justin if you just want him to get more turns than everyone else. Now for this gloriousness. Great, soldiers haven't made it to the engine room yet, but you can bet they'll be here soon. If we just stay here, we'll get captured, Justin. Hey look, when they get here, we'll just start whacking them as they come. And if we need to, we can slam on the brakes. Okay, take this you guys, here comes the brakes. Dad burn it. This is hard to move. What are you doing with that brake lever, Justin? We can't beat them by just using one lever, can we? Oh yeah, watch this. Okay, here goes, before they get here. Hey, go faster, Slowpoke. We've got to catch up with them. Then we'll show them a thing or two. What? Is Nana trying to get ahead of us? I won't let her do it. Alright, all of you listen up. You'll each get 100 lashes if you fall behind Nana's or Saki's squad. Alright, we're doing it. Our unit's first. I guess we've got the edge today. Wait a second, Saki. We've got other stuff to worry about. What do you mean, Mio? Your unit got behind ours. What? They're not here. Where the heck did they go? Don't just stand there. Go find them, now. They fell for it. There you are, Justin. You got me there back at the base, but you're not going to win this time. That's right, when the three of us work together, we've got triple the power. Now, where's that animal? Where have you hidden it? We can't let that critter escape. Hey, we can handle that later, Nana. First, let's beat up this kid here. Okay, let's. I figured I can deliver a lightning speed kick or two. What a coincidence. I figured I could do the same thing to you. Fina, Sue, release the link between the cars. Huh? What do you think you're doing? Think you can escape like that? You're just a bunch of stupid kids. We just have to put on the brakes and you'll just come right up to us, you fools. That's right, the brakes. Hey, there's no brake lever. That'll teach you to mess with me. I broke the brake lever. Not only that, I stoked up that firebox good and high. Justin, you're brilliant. Mio, quick, do something to stop this engine. It's no good. We'll all just have to jump off. You idiot! How are we going to jump off when it's going this fast? Well, it's time to say ta-ta to you three. Justin, just you wait. No, it really doesn't. Bye-bye, Nanasaki and Mio. We're not going to see you for a while. This is why I like this game, because it's terribly comical. How refreshing. Hey, did you see the expressions on their faces? You can bet they're desperately trying to stop the train right about now. That's hilarious. By the way, Rem, how far is it from here to the Look Village? From here, it's not far at all to Look Village. Let's go there. What you say? Yeah, Grandia 2 is a lot more serious. Well, I don't know, it's got some bits that have kind of a bit more brevity to them, but yeah. Welcome, Grandia fan 1989. welcome to the stream. Just look at this mist. It's like we're in a cloud of milk. I can't see what's in front of me. What should we do, Justin? Should we wait till the mist clears? I guess we should. We'll get lost in the mist if we keep going. Hey, it's okay. Us Luke Mountain folk, we never get lost in the mist. Watch this. Awesome! You cleared away all of that mist. Pretty cool, huh? I play this flute to let everyone in the village know that I've returned. Also in Luck Village, there are odd nuts called mist clearing nuts. I just used one of those to clear the mist. So let's go, everyone. My village is this way. Come on, hurry. Ah, just a minute, Rob. He's gone. I guess he just couldn't wait to get back to his village. Okay, so let's get going too. We'll lose him if we don't hurry up. I've got about half an hour left to go, then I'm going to have to head to bed, I think. But let's plough along for half an hour. Should be able to get to the village. Misty Forest. Do we have an egg? Do we have an egg? We don't have an egg in Misty Forest, do you? I don't think you get another egg until Valley of the Flying Dragons. Yeah. Yeah, Misty Forest is quite large, but you can kind of power through. Yeah. So another half hour, get a shower, get to bed. The big problem with Grandia that I have is it's just that good that you struggle to put it down. And when you struggle to put it down, it's problematic. The Ents that you fight here are resistant to ranged weapons. So you can blap them with fire skills then. 6:24 PM. 6:24 PM. Where are you, Grandia fan 1989? If you don't mind me asking. You're like, is that like the US? 6 hours. Yeah, but US that, wouldn't it? It does make sense. There's a fair few items here, none of which are particularly important. In fact, nothing is really important in this particular zone, so you can just kind of power on through, really. I do watch actually a few American streamers because they tend to,
What a cinch!
with them being like 6 hours behind me, they a few of them kind of end up streaming either late at night for me or like earlier in the morning, and I tend to watch them while I work. Yeah, there's like literally nothing really worthwhile to pick up in this place, or anything that you couldn't do without, so you can just blitz through it.
Oh, wind, blow them away!
I mean, I get distracted, so I'm not gonna lie, but I quite like watching, there's I'm not sure exactly where he's from actually, I think he might be European, but I watch quite a bit of Ecdysis, and he does a lot of horror streams. He does like speed runs of like Clock Tower and speedruns of Clock Tower, it's like Fatal Frame, like games like that, and they're pretty chill to watch when I work. I do love a good horror speedrun. It always annoys me with the AGDQ because the horror block is always on at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, Hell Slash.
Pretty easy, right, Puppy?
Yeah, if it's like through the day, I usually end up watching Ecdysis, and then sometimes on a night, if I've got the time and I'm available when he's streaming, I'll watch a bit of Carcinogen SDA, and he usually does like no damage streams of stuff like Resident Evil. And I know how to speedrun a few Resident Evils. I'm not the greatest speedrunner in the world, but I can have a good crack at them. But to watch somebody go through them and do like no damage is really impressive.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm the original Resident Evil 2. I'm pretty good at speedrunning that. Well, I mean, I think I'm pretty good. My personal best is about 5 minutes before behind the world record, but for the life in me, I don't know how anybody could feasibly get the world record. To me, it just seems absolutely insane.
Pretty easy.
Ooh. It's kind of nice when you do, you know, there's obviously speedrunning where everything is about speed and you want to do it as quickly as possible, whereas when you're taking no damage, it's a lot slower and a lot more methodical, and there's quite a bit more knowledge that goes into it, if you ask me. Well, there's a lot of knowledge in speedrunning, but there's quite a bit of know-how that goes into being able to get out of every situation without taking damage. Bendy in the ink machine. Ooh, Burn Flare. Burn Flare is brilliant.
Pretty easy.
But yeah, remake Resident Evil 2. I like games I genuinely enjoy having a crack at speedrunning. This is Luck Village. I already told everyone here about you. And the village chief says that he would like to meet you. He says he wants to thank you. I'll be waiting at my house, so go on and see the village chief. Okay? See you later. Meow. He's just gone. So you can talk to a lot of people and get some nice sort of details and stuff. For the sake of brevity, I'm not going to bother. But it's if you play this for yourself, it's worth having a chat with people just for the dialogue. Some of it's pretty good. But I'm after weapon stall over here. We don't have a spare Manor Egg? No, we don't. Right. Oracle staff. Okay, so we don't need a staff for... Excuse me? It's a bit loud. What seems to be the problem? Bless you. Wood axe is a good buy for Justin. We should get a sword shortly. Now would be a good time to give Fina a knife, because to be honest, I haven't given her a knife in a while. Do you need a cuddle? You sound like you need a cuddle. So we can get rid of that army dart for the flint bow. Pickles, give up. The fairy robe is a defense increase for just about everybody, and it prevents you from getting confusion. It's well worth trading in for just about everything, to be honest. Ear shield, probably not the biggest upgrade in the world, but it'll be a small upgrade for most people. The hat is worth it for everybody but Justin. I wouldn't bother with Justin really. The odd clogs are an interesting one. You lose all of your move, but if you take damage, you teleport. So sometimes it's worth. I've got plenty of money, so I'll upgrade people's shields, but I wouldn't go overboard. You know, like waste all your money. Let's have a look if there's anything worth getting really. Firewood can be worth it. Zap books are pretty good. If you want to make it quicker, put a couple of zap books on Sue, and they will do a lot of damage. We can sell just about everything apart from. So you don't want to sell. We want to keep that. You don't want to sell stuff like ultra drinks, resu potions, that sort of stuff. You don't want to sell those. Keep the first aid kits, and you can just flog everything else. I'm going to keep that thorn whip because I might swap her back to it in a bit. Job done. Come on then. West Claw. Going over there. Okay. Alright, buddy. It's got a real fascination with my beard at the minute, probably because it's a bit longer than it should be. If you wonder why I do this, is it doesn't settle well if I've got something over the top of him. Can I play my game? Or do you require further attention? Where's the chief source again? Oh, yeah, it's crossing. Oops, sorry again. I am the chief of Luck Village. I heard that you rescued Rem. On behalf of the village, I would like to thank you. However, I must ask you to stay only a short while in this village. After all, we are peace-loving people. What do you mean? You want us to leave? I wouldn't go as far as to ask that, but this is hard to say. It's just... Hasn't this village been visited by others besides us? Do you tell everyone to leave? No, that's not it either. It's just that... To To stay here, you must receive the blessing of the God of Light. So that's it. In that case, tell us how we can get this blessing. What do you say, Chief? Alright, I'll tell you. The God of Light, who protects us, lives at the top of a mountain behind this village. Go there and bring back the bottle of nectar that is in front of the statue. That is how outsiders can come to be regarded as members of this village. The truth is that I wish not to disturb the peace in this village, but you rescued Rem, so I have no choice. You folks might think it's rather strange, but it's an old custom in our village. I wonder who refreshes the ball. Once you are accepted by the God of Light, you will officially become members of our village. So we traipse up the mountain to get the nectar. So let's have a look where we are at the minute. So we need to keep levelling Earth with Justin. We want to get, I think we need 7 fire and 6 earth for that question mark skill down there. I think that should give us wow. I think 7 and 6 is wow, or it might be boom. Ideally it's wow. Wow is better than boom. Sue has all of her abilities apart from these water ones. So when Sue does leave, which won't be ridiculously long into the future. Yes, I'll get to that in a minute. So we're basically just going to spam Yawn to level whatever weapon she's got equipped in water. And we're going to transfer her water skills to Fina. So right now she'd get +3 out of it, but that's probably going to be more like 12 to 14 by the time we're done. Her mace skills get transferred to Justin, and the bow skills all get saved for much later on. For those that's played the game before will know exactly who I mean when I say for somebody else. Justin's need for water magic. So as bizarre as it sounds, Justin actually has some of the best healing kit. So you get heal, you get snooze, you get cure. Snooze is useful for leveling water but not much else, but it gets healer and all heal, which is fantastic. I think there's healer plus, somebody's got healer plus I think, which is just overkill. But he also gets resurrect at 16, so he's one of the few people that can actually cast to resurrect people. But the main reason that we want water is for the HP plus, which just bolsters his already pretty extensive HP pool, to be honest. By the time you're done with axes and maces, he's going to have a lot of HP anyway. His mace is at level 11, which, you know, that's giving him 22 HP right now. But, well, 21, 20. But, yeah, we kind of use it for that. The main reason, it might seem unusual, because water is the least useful spells, really, because unless you get it to 16 for resurrect, you don't really need it. But the main reason I give it to people early is because if you give water to all 3 of them before they get to the Dom Ruins, you can use the trap method to get it to level 3 to teach them snooze. Then if you fight a slime and let it divide up to like 8-9 slimes, you can spam snooze and it will help you level water quicker. And if you get to level 5, which is all heal, you don't need first aid kits anymore. and having it on everybody just makes it really reliable for keeping your party alive. At this point in the game, because I'm used to playing Grandia, I haven't need to do anything apart from Rara cheer. But for people playing the game for the first time, this will make the game significantly easier for you. Like, significantly. As long as you manage your MP, really. Because a lot of people that haven't played this game before won't know how to effectively level. So they tend to have less levels and less stats. Yeah. Essentially it's part of an efficiency grind, cheese, yeah. Because slimes turn up quite frequently. Like, we'll fight more slimes as we go through the game. And once we've got, when we got wind magic, when it combines together we can get cold. I think it's cold. It's either cold or freeze. Which basically does the same thing, but levels wind and water at the same time. And that's fantastic, because you get the agility from wind, and you get the HP from water. But it also works out a cheaper way to level wind, and it doesn't kill the creatures that you hit. So that's why Snooze is so good. It doesn't kill the creatures you hit, so in one fight you can dump all your MP and get all of the skill points. Cold works the same way. It lowers the act, and you can just spam it over and over and over again. So you just find a slime, let it divide, and spam with cold to get lots and lots of skill points. Yeah, that's why we end up doing that. Fina needs water and wind a lot of, which is easier said than done. Her fire's pretty good as well, because she's his main caster and she has the highest MP. Crackle is going to carry us quite a way in boss encounters. She's already got Burn Flare, which is a full map-wide fire skill, which speeds it up. If you just grab a save point, go into the next encounter, Burn Flare, go back, come back out. But right now we're going to level up her knife skills. She's only got level 3 in knife, so she's going to level up pretty quickly. It's too bad we couldn't get 14 for the whip actually, so I might go back to that. Because that's Lotus Whip, which the interesting thing about this game is anything with 2 elements is just more efficient. So if you hit an enemy, you might get 4 stat points for fire. If you hit, you know, if you use like bow, if you use like zap and you get an enemy, you will get 4 points for fire and 4 points for wind. So the combined elements are just more efficient for leveling in general. So like, if she uses Lotus Whip, you'd get whip and fire. So it's really good to grab things that have multiple elements. But yeah, Fina needs more water and wind, basically. Fire is going to be a main source of damage, but she just needs to level everything up relatively evenly, so she'll need more wind. Yeah, Justin is all about fire and earth, and his water magic is basically going to get leveled by either me healing in the camp menu before it acts as a save point, or if I get another snooze grind going on, and that's it. Instead, he wants to level weapons. We've got an axe right now, which will be good. His sword is lagging behind because I didn't get the army saber. That'll get fixed pretty soon, and then we need to get his sword up to 16, like ASAP, for the next part of making Justin slightly OP. But we'll get there. So overall, right now, our stats are looking really tasty. We don't need to be worried about them at all. Or Thorcoat with high environment, yeah. Fire and Wind are, once you've got Burn Flame, at least, Fire and Wind are usually really easy to level as you casually play the game, because they do high amounts of damage and you're incentivized to use them, because they're, you know, the big AoEs. Thorcoat is quite powerful though. Personally, what I like to do is I go for his explosive sword move, kind of ASAP. I'm trying not to spoil too much. Kind of ASAP, because you can use that to severely pump up his stats, like so quickly. Yeah, it's very costly on the SP, but if you kind of do a save carrier, so you just kind of keep coming back and recovering at a save point, or there's specific points in the game where it's just more effective to use it because of the SP value, the stat point values you get out of it. Because like you can use it and only get like 10-15 points, and there's some places you can use it and get like 48 points for using it. And so it's quite easy to get consecutive levels really quickly. It's especially useful when you've got Guido later on. One of the other playable characters we'll get is able to transfer SP to other characters, and he makes it so much more efficient. But we'll get to that as we play through the game, and we'll get some other stuff. For now, we're not going to get any Manor Eggs for a good few hours, so we just focus on leveling up what we've got, and then we get the final 2 eggs for Justin and Fina, and they'll get start their mission they're missing. And once they've got those missing elements, we'll have to put a bit of effort into getting them up to speed, but they're not too bad. Like for Fina it'll be Earth, and she can just dig in up to 3, and for Justin he gets Wind, which are the eggs, so the Manor Eggs. So if you go to a shop, actually, if you head to a shop in this game, where's that one? Yeah, so there's I think there's 13 Manor Eggs in the game, and you need 12 to get all the elements. So if you go to a shop, usually, if you go for like armor, you use money. If you go to this screen from these attributes, to buy an element, you need to have a Manor Egg. And you're forced to pick up 1 when you fight the Squid King on the ghost ship, which is like the first Manor Egg. It's forced on you. After that, they're in the field, and you have to pick them up, and they're in certain dungeons. And in total, there's 13, and you need, I think you need 11 actually, because Fina's already starts with fire. So there's 11. Is that right? Wait. We need more than that. 13, 14. Yeah, there's more than you need. I remember that much. There's a couple more than you need. Certain people start with elements and certain people don't. But if you only give Sue water, which is what I'm doing, you can give Justin and Fina their elements a lot earlier. The drawback to this is that because Sue is a temporary character and a third of her experience gets split to everybody else, it's more efficient to just get the other people to do it. So Justin and Fina can get a phenomenal amount of growth early in the game if you don't let Sue suck up the stat points and you let them do it. The downside to this is that Sue is by far, like an absolute league, the best caster in this game. Sue's elemental combinations give her access to some of the most devastating spells in this game. So Sue can access things like Crackling, Baboom, Zapall. She's got some of the... She can have access to the best spells in the game, but for one, it'll require grinding because you won't have a good enough area to get a lot of stat points. And the other thing is that they'd all go to her and you'd only get a third of them back. So it's just not as efficient. And anybody who plays like JRPG serious, or with a degree of seriousness, tends to want efficiency. So it's just more efficient if you don't let her do it. But if you did, she is disgustingly powerful. Like, really. So we just don't give her them, and as a result we end up with extra eggs. But it just means that we can force all 4 stats onto Justin and Fina really early on. Well, yeah, the final character is a little... It's a bit of a mismatch to be honest. I appreciate her and I don't at the same time. But by the time we get there, we're not going to need them. By the time we get there, besides Justin and Fina, we're probably just not going to need people. The third final character is actually super useful, and used correctly is actually very dangerous. The final one is more of a support healer, to be quite honest, which is kind of useful, but in comparison to the other characters, they won't be that useful. In particular, because of the way that we're going to engineer Justin and Fina, the leftover points at the end will be given to the third character, so they'll get the ranged from Sue, they'll probably get Sue's, they might get Sue's water, but I'm probably going to give it to Fina. And they may or may not get the sword points that are spare. But I don't want to spoil anything, so we'll just wind it down, and I'm probably going to call it a night here, guys. It's 2 AM, and I've had a fair whack of stuff to do today.